I don't know how to reach you. Stuff like that.
Entry period ends tomorrow, so do it tonight. And
it's your last chance.
And a quick follow-up to that giveaway, I am launching another giveaway tomorrow. Just on my channel. Again, it's going to be very simple. Just subscribe to enter. There's going to be 2 prizes again. It's going to be an RX 480 and then a 1000-watt Corsair power supply that is launching tomorrow. That they're doing a celebration for their, I think, 10-year anniversary of selling power supplies or something like that.
Is it the G3?
No, it's like a 1000i.
Oh, nice.
It's white.
Sexy.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this giveaway celebrating, Paul?
That I have subscribers who watch my channel, and I want to provide them an opportunity to win something for free.
Horrible reason to give something away.
Terrible person.
So stay tuned for that giveaway as well, guys.
That will also be international.
International, fuck yeah. Good stuff, y'all. So why don't we go ahead? Oh, merchandise. We are still selling things on our stores. I am selling stuff on bitwit.tech/store. Sell in chat. We'll be posting links periodically throughout the stream if you guys want, or you can just go to this right here. I am now offering Bitwit logo shirts. There's a new logo. I found a guy on the internet. He made this logo for me. I'm very happy about it. I like the way it looks, and now you can represent the channel and stuff in your favorite color, black and white. I know that's your favorite color because it's my favorite color of the t-shirt. Also, hoodies. Yeah, Bitwit hoodies are also there. Very classic black and white, and all the usual fanfare of shirts and silly graphics. Paul is also selling stuff on paulshardware.net.
Yeah, and
what have you added to your, Paul?
Well, I was going to say, on either store, if you spend, right now, just for the holidays, we do have this little promotion going on. So if you spend over $50, use the promo code over50 and save 10%. If you spend over $100, you can use the promo code over100 and save 20%. And that is per store. So you need to spend $50 on just my store or $50 on just Kyle's store. Just to clarify, you can't buy some on each store and then combine that. On my store, I now have some ladies' cut shirts. I have some decals that are there. Organic cotton beanies with embroidered logos of mine that are also people have been very positive in their response to. And all the other good stuff, shirts, mugs, pint glasses, paulshardware.net. Check it out. And if you buy stuff during the show, we'll give you the shout out at the very end. If you buy stuff from both of our stores at the same time, you'll have to pay shipping for both, but you'll get a little bit of a discount for both. Okay, that's all that stuff.
All right, with all that out of the way, let's continue on with the tech news of the week. So, starting with some updates from Samsung, they released a press release.
Rather violent.
They issued a press release, I should say, that talked about a new SSD that they are showing off at CES next year. It's weird to say next year because it seems like when I say next year it's so far away, but really I mean January 2017, which is just in a few weeks now, six or so weeks. Which is very exciting. So Samsung has announced in their press release that one of their new SSDs has won a CES Innovation Award for 2017 for the event coming up next month.
That was quick.
Or in a month or two. And that SSD is the 4TB 850 Evo. I'm sorry, Pro. 850 Pro. 4TB 850 Pro. The Evo 4TB has already launched last July. Yeah, last July. And that was really exciting. But for professionals out there or prosumers who are looking for better write endurance or for better just overall performance, steady state performance in particular, with their SSDs, the Pro version is now going to be available in a max capacity of 4 terabytes, which is pretty exciting. You are going to be paying a pretty penny for that, of course, but for prosumers who need that kind of solid state storage, there probably is no other option available at the moment. This is going to be the world's first 2-bit MLC 4 terabyte consumer SSD. I would say prosumer because it really is going to be great for workstation applications, editing, 3D modeling, things like that. Require really high, or benefit from really high write speeds, sequential write speeds. So that's exciting. That's exciting. There was also some mention in the article of Samsung's 960 Pro winning an award, even though that's been out for quite some time. I think congrats to Samsung for that. They seem to be doing much better on their SSD front as of late than their about that. What was going on? I didn't hear about the washing machine. No, I'm out of the loop on that one. Yeah. Why wasn't that an article you talked about? That sounds interesting.
They had to after they, it was pretty quickly after they recalled the Note 7.
Yeah.
They also had a big recall of Samsung washing machines.
Any relation? Is using the same memory?
They could. No, I don't. It was something dangerous that they were doing. Maybe I'll see if I can look it up.
That's scary, like having a because a washing machine's much bigger. Like that could really explode and like blow up an entire room, not just your
machinery
face.
in there that could like grab you and twist you into a, and then lightly fluff you.
Soften the fabrics of your skin.
I want a washing machine that fluffs me.
Kill you in there. That's a feature. All right, so that's what's coming. That's something of partially what's to become of Samsung.
Other risk of explosion. No, risk of impact injuries.
God.
Safety alert: Samsung top-load washing machines.
34 models. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Destroyed itself.
What would happen if you accidentally left your Galaxy Note 7 in your pants while you washed them in a Samsung washer? Imagine the consequence, the aftermath.
We'd create a black hole.
Everything would just get sucked in.
Your entire neighborhood.
We've recalled
the world. 2.8 million top-loading washing machines because the top can unexpectedly detach while in use, posing a risk of injury from impact.
Good lord.
Like starts vibrating and then the top of the lid just like goes flying across the room like a ninja star and like embeds it in the wall. That's what I. Weeks after the next step.
It's just not looking good for Samsung these days. Hopefully they can turn things around with
Except
these
their
SSDs. Hopefully they can turn things around.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
But it's like we're all accepting of it because we're not like, I don't know, at least you and I, we're not massive like power users when it comes to our smartphones. And obviously like only appliance like a washer and like, white stuff might be less. But as far as like if this same thing were to happen with SSDs, I feel like you and I would be much angrier about it, or much more upset, because that could potentially jeopardize the systems that we're putting those components in. Untouchable. You know what I mean? Like if okay, some kid's face got burned off. Yeah, it builds character.
Flesh heals, right?
It's a flesh wound.
Yeah.
It'll build character. But you put that thing in like Hotline or Arctic Panther, and that thing goes off, and it like takes out like half the system. We got to build it from
It
and it's
could
ruined.
destroy your data. I mean, there's no excuse for
the
that.
kid's face will regenerate. That's what I'm saying. Nothing's gonna like those tubes aren't gonna grow back. Anyway. Kids. Let's move on to our next story, which is about colorful. Not the adjective, but the company, which is unveiling a 4-slot GTX 1080 behemoth called iGame Kuhan. iGame Kuhan sounds very tribal, very ethnic.
Why is Kuhan in all caps with iGame?
Marketing thing. They must have like tons of research. Like if you put things in caps, you will sell more of them. There's got to be some. Otherwise, why would they do it? It's a hybrid air and water-cooled card with a water-cooled backplate, which you don't really see too often. If you scroll down, you can kind of get an image there, but there's even a better one down below. There you go. At first I was like, what the F is that? There's something strapped on the back of it. So it's water cooling basically the top portion of the PCB, I would imagine. Where where like your GPU and memory, the opposite side of where all that stuff is stacked. Which is kind of interesting. You don't really see this. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw this stuff. Like, where does it make contact with the PCB?
Like, I see G1 quarter fittings here. It almost seems like a small reservoir or something like that. Does this pass through? Is there a pass through somewhere on the PCB? Does it go to the other side?
Not that I know of.
Is it only water cooling the back of the PCB?
That's the impression that I got from this article. It doesn't say that it's cooling anything else other than the backplate.
But there's G1 quarter stuff on this side. There's obviously something going on with water cooling on this side of the card.
That is true. That is true.
I'm just like,
How is that being
Is this
routed
not
through?
assembled? Are you like when you install it? Do you have to do a tube from one of these to the other or something?
Possibly.
It's weird.
Yeah.
That would make it even more than 4 slots.
It didn't go into too much detail about how exactly the water block was configured, and also that one on the side there. All we know is that it's a hybrid. It's got air and water cooling. Obviously, the giant heatsink with 3 100mm fans as well. It's a 4-slot card, which is kind of unprecedented.
With one of the slots being above
With one of the slots
above the slot, which is definitely
Which
a
means-
conflict.
yeah,
a
lot of
A lot
motherboards.
of motherboards. Yeah.
True, especially with the ones with the PCI slots.
I want to
Close to the RAM.
I want to do a mini ITX build with this card.
Hell no, good luck with that. Good luck finding. You're gonna need a mini ITX case or a mini ITX motherboard inside of like a full power case to support it with all those expansion slots. So it does support SLI, which again, keep in mind if you are gonna be SLIing these to like this card, you're gonna need 8 expansion slots. A lot of mid towers only have 7, so that's also something that you're gonna have to consider. You're probably gonna have to deal with like a larger case with a larger footprint if you want to fit 2 of those in there. We're not sure yet if the backplate is removable. If it was, that would allow for the card to be triple slot, and it would also give it some more compatibility with motherboards, with certain motherboards. But we don't know. We don't know if it's expandable with the loop. So it is expandable. That is what they say here. So I don't have to imagine that those 2 are connected somehow. If it's expandable for a loop, those 2 are connected. They have to be. Or you have to connect it yourself, which makes sense because there are 3 on that sideboard. There's 3 G and 1/4 inch fittings there.
Well, also, I mean, if
threads.
this back piece here is just like a fixed plexi, like encasing, like just is there just water in there? Like, what would that do? I mean, nothing.
I know.
Like, you'd have to move somewhere,
Right.
or like go into like there's
Just a
radiator or
reservoir.
something. Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it's touching down on any of the componentry. Like, I mean, at first I was like, maybe it's touching like the backside of the GPU somehow, like it's a custom
It
PCB.
might have like a contact plate at the bottom or something like that. But yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't say. It's weird. It doesn't really say it too much in the article.
I'm just curious to see one of these like taken apart to see how it actually looks.
Yeah, it's very interesting for sure. Whether or not it's a good idea, we don't know yet. So pricing and availability to be determined. Let's move on to the next new GPU on the block, which is the Inno3D GTX 1060 iChill Black. That's the full name. It's a mouthful. Also air and liquid hybrided. It comes after the GTX 1070 and 1080 versions of this, so we've already seen this from good old Inno 3D with the base clock of 1280, boost of 1784 megahertz. 2.5 inch long, so not quite the 2 inch that we're used to, but it's a little bit thicker because of the WD. Probably a larger heatsink as well as the assembly for the AIO.
Big old fin array here with the fan on top.
Yep. So you've got a 120 AIO there with the included fan, which is supposed to be low noise, of course. It's an 80mm fan that's resting over the MOSFET heatsink. And it does. What's cool is that it does have the same properties as like all of the Pascal cards, add and board partners, which is like the 0 RPM feature at idle. So the MOSFET fan will be quiet when you're not gaming and things like that. The GPU, however, is cooled by the integrated AIO. Pump, and again, radiator fan, 120 millimeters. The LEDs on the unit do change based on GPU load, which is interesting. They're not RGB per se in terms of customizability, but they change based on your GPU activity. So they go from blue when you're idle, I would presume, to green when you're mid-range, and then red when you're under load or potentially overheating.
Under the shroud?
Based on the pictures, that's what I would assume. It didn't
This looks just
specify.
like a red stripe across.
Yeah, that's it's like plastic painted, but I don't know. It's also kind of weird that they have the red stripe.
Or maybe the logo changes color when
Yeah,
it lights
maybe
up.
that could be right. That could explain why it's kind of bleeding through the front of the shroud.
I don't know. If I was gonna pay the premium for liquid cooled or hybrid card or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, I would think that's
Why would you spend extra money on a liquid cooled 1060 if you could just get a 1060? The only thing I can think of is if a liquid cooled 1060 is still cheaper than an air cooled, purely air cooled 1070, and you're dealing with a case that just suffers from air cooled cards, where you need that 120mm radiator mount in order to exhaust some hot air, you know, whatever it is. Or you've got some other things in your games, like the CPU, find space that like is hot and your GPU test. I don't know.
So they're saying there's a niche market out there for this.
Very niche market, very small. I can see a lot of people going for the 1070 and 1080 hybrid pool, but not so much the 1060. That's my personal opinion. I don't think I'm going to sell many of those, but for those niche targeted customers.
All right.
Yep.
What's next?
Moving on is the AOC AG251FZ 240 Hertz
Your enemies
FreeSync monitor. That's just been announced.
That is a damn
That's a high-ass
high
refresh
refresh rate.
Yes, it is.
240.
It doesn't say in this article. It says we don't know the full range, but I read in another article. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Tweet Town. That's why I didn't use it. Which was 48 to 240 hertz. FreeSync range, which is and solid. I would say. The thing is, it's a 1080 panel. It's TN, so that explains why it's being touted as the fastest monitor.
Yeah, I would have guessed that would
You would not have that 1 millisecond greater response time with an IPS or something similar on the PA panel. And this is going to have offer FreeSync again over HDMI 2.0 or DisplayPort 1.3A. It's also going to have like DPI and stuff, I believe. 4-way USB splitter, fully adjustable stand. Sounds fantastic. I actually, you know, have been using an AOC. I used an AOC monitor with FreeSync for PDX LAN a couple weeks ago. It worked great. Very good. For the price, which was like a $200, excuse me, $200 out the door. But this monitor is going to launch in January 2017 for allegedly $560 if I converted it correctly from Great British pounds or British pounds.
GBP?
GBP.
GBP to USD?
Yeah.
So
449 British pounds.
I thought it immediately knows that I want to translate it into dollars.
Yep. To 560. Sorry, 500. Yeah, that's what I said. $560 US, which is insane. I mean, I get it. I love FreeSync. I love adaptive refresh rates.
Sure, it's expensive, right? Yeah.
But I mean, just for a 1080 panel,
1080 and what's the size again?
it doesn't say. I mean, resolution's 1080, but
25 inches.
25 inches. 25 inches. I mean, at least get a
It's not,
27.
it's not that big.
It's not big?
It's not like. I don't know.
I don't know. It seems very steep.
I feel like they're trying to charge the premium because it's 240,
just for the refresh rate.
and really you can't, you know, you don't see much in the 240 hertz range. But I mean, I don't know. With FreeSync or G-Sync, I feel like anything above. I mean, I'm usually like
100.
80 to 100, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, 100 to 200 range, like you're fine, especially if you have G-Sync or FreeSync. It's not as much of a selling point just for that 240 hertz. Yeah. If it was like ultra wide or something like that, or had a higher resolution, then maybe. But yeah,
Again, this is kind of appealing to a niche market here, where there's only a few users who really value refresh rate that much to want to spend that much on it. It's like Steve, or like a professional CS:GO player, or someone who takes it really serious.
I wish I had a text for Steve right now. It's like, oh, I just ordered that.
I just got 3.
Yeah.
You want one?
Doing surround.
Anyway, that's what's new from AOC. Next up, we've got, this has been on pretty much every tech site this morning that I was looking at. Clevo, or Clevo, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Clevo has announced a laptop that they're going to be selling, retailing for, not officially, but so far rumored is around $16,000. And you
P870X.
bet your bottom it can run Crysis.
Sounds like a workout program.
Right? I mean, I feel like you need to work your wallet out to even consider buying one of these. You've got a Caddy Lake Core i7 7700K desktop grade, so no mobile CPU here. Same with the GPUs. Full-fledged desktop-grade GTX 1080s in SLI. Dos Padres. And 64 gigs of Corsair Vengeance XMP at 3000 megahertz. That's a little bit overkill for gaming, as the article states, but can be very useful if you're using it as workstation stuff.
The picture made me think it might have an ultra-wide screen, but I think it's just squished or something.
Yeah, potentially. But believe it or not, the thing that blew me away the most out of all these specs wasn't the CPU or the GPU configuration, but the storage. On the Clevo whatever, I don't even know, it doesn't even say a model name here.
P870X.
That one. You're also getting 3 2 terabyte Samsung 960 Pro M.2 SSDs.
Damn.
And 2 more 2 terabyte Samsung 850 Pro 2.5-inch SSD, giving you a total of 10 terabytes of very freakishly fast solid-state storage. On top of that, you're getting a 17.3-inch 4K IPS display, which you guys have heard my feelings and probably Paul's feelings as well on 4K displays that are that small for a laptop. But at least it's 17.3 inches and not 15 point, so it's not going to be that bad if you're like on your desktop. It gives you a little bit more real estate there.
It's about as big of a screen as you'd want to carry around in a laptop.
Yes, and it would be a total slap in the face, just given the specs, if it wasn't 4K. It's just to make it even more absurd and over the top. It really needs to be 4K to really complete the picture here. So on top of that, what's going to drive this? You get a 330 watt AC adapter. The listed
is this
price.
One of the ones that requires 2 power bricks?
Yes, I believe so. That's what it said. Listed price again is $1,500 and $15,000.
15,000.
15,000. Sorry, words. 15,000. I can't math.